Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of April 11th through the 17th. We are going to be pulling one card per day to check out the highlights, maybe even see some themes as we go through the week. We'll see what shows up. Just a little reminder as I shuffle, this is a general reading, which just means that this is not going to be a reading that applies to every single Capricorn that watches. However, most of it will, or excuse me, every single Aquarius, I'm so sorry, just finished up Capricorns, but this will apply to most of you. Most of this will apply to most of you. Let's put it like that. All right, so we've got cards on the table, Aquarius. Let's see what you have showing up for your weekend. Saturday, 10 of Rods in reverse. Very nice, very nice. Sunday, 7 of Swords, also in reverse. Okay, so that's funny. Let's start with Saturday. The 10 of Rods in reverse. This talks about putting down some kind of responsibility or accountability. This can be like if you're in a some type of like exclusive relationship, like not something that's super serious. We're not talking that you've moved in together or anything like that, but still you're at the point of being exclusive. This can talk about breaking that off if you're in that situation. That's a possibility. But the main way that it comes down is that we're not doing something, we're not following through on a normal responsibility, or maybe we're even walking away from something like a job or something like that. So this could also be something like, well, my kid doesn't have to go to music class today, so I don't have to take them there. Could be something as simple as that. I did have this show up one time and somebody left me a comment down below the video and said, I totally forgot a responsibility on that day. So that was the first time I had ever seen it come in that way, but that's a possibility too. So let's see. That's why comments are so important, because I learned from the comments too, y'all. Now let's look at Sunday. 7 of Swords coming up in reverse. This just means that you're going back to something that you left before because it made you feel exhausted or depleted. Are some of y'all going back to church on Sunday after being gone for a while? Kind of feel like for some of you, that's what this is. I don't feel like that's the truth for all of you, though. This could really be anything. With one card, it doesn't really clue me into even what part of your life that's talking about. Just someplace that you tried to leave on the down low. You left without burning any bridges. Now you're coming back in and you're basically trying to come back in on the down low too. Like, did anybody notice I was gone? Hopefully not. That type of thing. All right, so now we're looking at the week. So we're going to go through these cards really quick and then we'll come back and talk about each of them. So Monday, what we have showing up is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Tuesday shows up as the 6 of Pentacles. Wednesday shows up as the 4 of Swords. Friday, no, excuse me, I'm skipping a day. Thursday shows up as the Moon. I think this is such a beautiful card. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the artwork. All right, and then Friday, we have the King of Swords. Okay, so let's go through these cards. Monday, 2 of Pentacles in reverse just means you've got a lot going on. Okay, you could have a very busy itinerary and things are sort of falling through the cracks because of that. Or it could be that you're robbing Peter to pay Paul and there's not enough in the stash to pay Peter to actually cover paying Paul. So something's fallen through the cracks as far as budget goes. If you're suspecting that this is going to be itinerary and you're seeing this video ahead of time, then Monday's a great time to delegate responsibilities to somebody else who could responsibly handle those responsibilities, to maybe prevent or offset some of this falling through the cracks type energy. And so also, if you're seeing this early, if you suspect that this might be financial, then, just try to back off and cut back a little bit so that you've got a little bit to make sure that this is covered on Monday, whatever this is that's coming up here. All right, that's the beautiful thing about having readings ahead of time. We can kind of be prepared and make some adjustments that shift the energy so it doesn't have to be totally true. All right, let's take a peek at Tuesday. Six of Pentacles. I really like this card. This is a card that talks about even, give, and take. So it's not uncommon for this card to show up for me if I'm pulling cards for the day. If I have a reading show up that maybe I'm not expecting, then this card will show up because I am giving a reading. Somebody is giving me the pay for the reading. That's even, give, and take. So a lot of times this is somebody paying you back for something that maybe you loaned them an onion or whatever, or maybe you're in a situation like me where you sell services or products just kind of on the spur of the moment sometimes. That could be happening Tuesday as well, where you're giving somebody something and they're paying you back on Tuesday as well. Or somebody's paying you back for something that you did previously, but they're paying it on Tuesday. All right. So getting paid back on Tuesday, whether you actually do the thing that you're getting paid back for on Tuesday or in the past. Now let's look at Wednesday. Four of Swords. This talks about taking a break. This is forced downtime, and it is just temporary. The beauty about forced downtime is it gives you a chance to think about things that you would not normally think about because you're not doing all the responsibilities that you normally would handle. And so that gives you that extra time. And so the beauty here is this really a silver lining that you can come in with kind of your set ideas about certain things. And when you have a chance to think things over, now you're sort of updating your mindset or your perspective around those things that you're considering on Wednesday. So the forced downtime does have a good side to it. Boop-a-doo-doo, Thursday. This is our beautiful moon card. Now, the moon card talks about the idea that there is something going on where you know there's some missing information. You just can't quite put your fingers on it, okay? You've got a situation where what people are telling you doesn't seem to lead to the outcome that you're seeing or that people are saying they're getting. So you know 2 and 2 is not equaling 4 here. There's something wrong. There's something missing. So that information isn't coming up just yet. Not on Thursday when we see it there, okay? But I guess this card just kind of confirms whenever you notice that you're feeling like something may be off here. A lot of us try to poo-poo that feeling and just kind of sweep it under the rug. This is really Spirit letting you know, don't sweep that feeling under the rug. If you're feeling like something's probably off here, guess what? Something's probably off here. All right. Now let's look at Friday. King of Swords showing up here. This just tells me you're making a strategy about something, how you can move forward with something that has already been begun in the past, putting together a strategy to magnify or build on whatever that was in the past. Okay, so that's what we have for your week, Aquarius. Thank you guys very much for showing up here and watching, commenting, sharing. All of that stuff helps as well. I appreciate all of your support. I will see some of you here for readings, Reiki sessions, mentoring, etc. this week. The rest of you, I'll see back on the next video. Peace out.